Helldiver. One small step for democracy. One giant leap in the death count of our enemies.
No,
Helldiver,
I'm waiting to see
glad
if
to have
Vance
you
is
on
chilling or if he's bouncing. Are you bouncing, Slag? Well, hook it up, Nance.
Cape looks extra sharp today, Helldiver.
Nance. Don't leave me hanging, bro. Damn. Left again. Hey, what's up, guys? It's kind of off the cuff. I'm just talking, so I've gotten in a habit of like taking notes before I make a video because there's so many people that call me on it. I mean, I get nothing but love out of the HellDivers community, by the way. So, like, much love to all you HellDivers out there. I mean, you take on the hard fights. Really, I wish there were more people like you, and you know, in the real world. I mean, you know, we go to the hardest places over and over and over again, like Hellmire, right? And just get brutalized, do brutalizing, fight the worst enemies. And I've loved it, you know. I've loved running with everybody. I love making YouTube videos about it. I don't do it really. I mean, it's not like I'm super popular, so I don't get like a million views or nothing like that. But I'm happy with what I got. I'm happy with my lot in life, you know. There's only been 2 times, really, I've been aggravated, truly aggravated, and that was the Arc Raiders thing. I mean, and now with Arrowhead. And that says a lot, because I'm that dude standing there like, hey, you know, HellDivers is kind of game. We need more games like this, because it unites the community. We all fight. We're fighting the same enemy together. It brings unity, and that's something we sorely need today. I mean, think about it. How many things are going on in the real world that you want to get away from when you get into a game? And my idea of getting away from something isn't hopping in and just get brutalized. You know what I mean? You know, I don't mind a challenge, by the way. You know, but look, in my opinion, there's a big cutoff here. If you want to get the good upgrades for your destroyer, okay, if you want to get up to that max level, you have to go out and do these suicide runs. Level 6 is where you get those samples from. And I was praising Arrowhead the other day when they finally put out what I thought was a balance patch. It would make, you know, the weapons come more in line with what they should in reality be. And I know everybody's going to say, it's just a video game. Dude, it's a video game based off real life, guys. The guns that are in there are based off of real life versions. I mean, it's not hard to tell them apart when you look at them. The MG42 is that big. I mean, that's like the big machine gun, right? I mean, these are all weapons that we can look at, and well, most people, and go, hey, I know what that weapon should do. You don't even have to be a veteran, okay? You don't even have to be in the military to be able to look at a weapon and go, that weapon should do A or B. It's very simple. I mean, it's not like we've progressed that far from the Stone Age. We're still chucking stones at each other. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, they're just high velocity, well-shaped stones, you know, at Mach speed. So, but I don't know what Arrowhead's doing. You know, I come out. I'm a big stickler for truth. You know, and respect. Like, I give respect when I get respect. And Arrowhead, you've shit the bed on this one. Like, what were you thinking when you screwed the values up so bad? And I noticed it. I just, you know, like, people like me, I don't watch. I don't read all the durability stats. I don't sit around all day looking at all the statistics, you know, working out the numbers like some of these YouTubers out there. And I give them mad credit for that, by the way, because that takes a lot of work and a lot of time. And a lot of times they don't get back a quarter of the effort they put into those videos. I know that because I make content. You know what I mean? You spend a year learning the software. You spend a year, you know, I'm not talking about OBS either. If you make your own content, edit your own stuff, I mean, that is not something you pick up and, you know, right off the bat. You learn that over time. You're faced with situations that make you evolve, like me, like the Arc Raider situation. But it's learning, right? You get better at it. And And I thought the whole time, this whole time, like, if I had to stand by one like development studio, the one that I would stand by would be the creators of HellDivers 2, right? Because they didn't even know this was going to be a blockbuster hit, and this just backs up my reasoning behind Arc Raiders not being PvP. HellDivers, Arrowhead probably had no idea. They thought it was probably going to be like the first HellDivers and just be a niche kind of game, right? No, look, it's blowing the doors off of buildings everywhere. You know, everybody loves it. But then Arrowhead, for some reason, it's like these people get a little bit of success, it goes to their head, and I promise you, that will never happen to me. I'm 48 years old. I've had success. I've lost it. You know what I mean? I've been brought down to my knees. I've been raised up. I mean, and I'll be honest with you, there's nothing in this world that somebody could bribe me to give them, that they could give me that would make me lie to any of the people that listen to me. I hate liars. I don't hate all politicians, but I hate a pretty good amount of them because they get up and they lie flat out. And now Arrowhead joins that group of liars. I mean, technically you could say that they maybe didn't lie, but I'm going to say it's lying because that's what it is. They came out with this big, montage into the whatever, this big patch, and oh look, we did it early, guys, we're listening, eee! And then come to find out, sure, they adjusted some guns, like the Punisher, like I said before, and by the way, they didn't do much adjustment on it, they just made it work the way it was originally intended to. I mean, I found out in the patch notes when I was reading it that before, it didn't even do explosive damage. It did, like, what? That's the whole point of the plasma weapon. That's the whole reason for it, so I'm trying not to get too excited here because I'm like really upset because I made a video yesterday and me and the guy spent most of the day yesterday really trying to hold on to Hellmire, because we were losing it there for a bit, guys. I mean, we had a lot of Rangers on the ground. I mean, between, I think it was Estanu and Hellmire, we had originally most of the people that were on Estanu were our guys. And then we flipped and went to Hellmire because we saw that they weren't able to hold it. So now we're holding 2 sectors. And of course, with all of you, right, we're holding 2 sectors. And something I started noticing was missions where we shouldn't have been getting challenged from, we're suddenly getting rocked. I mean, you'll watch in this one, and it's nobody's fault, by the way, that's in here. I don't see it that way, and I'm not going to talk throughout the whole video, I don't think. It's kind of like more of a rant piece, I guess you could say. But throughout the video, you can see some things are like, wait, something's not right here. And in my earlier content, I'm going to be putting out that video later. Like, even the flame weapons, I was being caught on fire more often than a substantial amount of bugs. So, yeah, of course you're going to catch a few bugs on fire when you're literally aiming it at them. But the user, you know what I mean? I'm 15 feet up in the air with my hover pack, and I'm burning. I'm burning because it's cooking me, So apparently they messed with the flame. They messed with the, of course, they went after the Coyote. The one weapon we could all go to and say, hey, this weapon, will carry us through the worst and heaviest of challenges. And they nerfed it. They nerfed it through back-end numbers. And then they told us, well, look, we're going to up the damage on this and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I don't think that everybody knows exactly yet all the ways now they're data mining and they're finding this stuff out. This isn't something Arrowhead came out and said. There's a lot of other content videos out there you guys can go out and check where it breaks down the numbers. This is me more or less venting and standing up for my community. Look, guys, the 75th tries to stand in honor of the actual 75th. I want everybody to understand that. We're not 75th members, okay? There's some of us who were team guys, but most of us weren't, okay? A lot of us were just regular soldiers, or there's a lot of us that didn't even serve, I'm talking about in the community as a whole. I'm not running off of that on this anyway, like, whether somebody served or not. Like, I've had people that I've talked to about joining, they're like, well, I didn't serve, so I don't think dude, it's cool, it's just a game. You know what I mean? Like, it's just because you didn't serve doesn't mean you can't serve with us right now. And I say that to all of you. If you're interested in joining a gaming community, a milsim gaming community with veterans and first responders, and I mean, we got it all, boys. We got every type in here. And my main guys, like you see, they're in here: Nance, Slag King, Bones, and I call them Bones 13 and Bones 34. You know, they're my go-to guys. And yesterday, I mean, we rarely lose. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I keep it down on medium, but I'm just chilling, you know, playing, because some of us don't want to fucking sweat the whole time. We just want to chill, you know, and have a good time, blow some bugs up, you know, have some high fives and all that. But Arrowhead just seems dead set on taking that away from us. I mean, in so many games nowadays, I was talking to one of my family members the other day, are just, they're humiliation rituals. You know what I mean? It's like they have to punish you instead of just look, when you get into a video game, okay, you're going in there to relax, to not to stress out over, hey, am I going to get taken out over and over again? You know, am I not going to be able to upgrade my destroyer because of this, because of an unfair this or that? And you don't want to think about that. There's nothing wrong in a PvE game with letting the players feel overpowered. You know what I mean? I'm not saying make it easy. Hell, there's a whole bunch of an array of difficulties in this game. They could take the hardest up to the highest, right? I mean, but they're not doing that. We were doing medium. We were doing challenging. And then when we went, in this run, we went and tried to do level 6. And, man, I ain't gonna lie, it was freaking brutal. I mean, the entire op was brutal. I could feel it once we got level 6. I was warning the guys, let's not do this, because I'm not sure. Because I've been hearing whispers amongst Arma. I'm sorry, Arma. I'm in too many games. Amongst the HellDivers 2 community that this nerf, I mean this update, buff, whatever you want to call it, wasn't a buff. It was a nerf. It was like a stealth nerf. You know, they changed some things. I guess they're trying to say that they're doing balancing. Well, they're not doing it very well. And another thing, really, they need to hire at Arrowhead somebody who knows weapons properly, because I think the team that they have there, they don't know shit about weapons at all. Like, they don't know the effects of what real explosions will do. For some reason, explosive weapons got a boost, of course. You know, the ones that'll blow you up when it's too close, or blow your buddies up when you're firing over by them. You know, and all the weapons that do single point damage got a nerf pretty much because they upped the durability. Now, I didn't understand what that meant. You know, like in my other video yesterday, you could see I was just like, okay, well, that's still cool. Who cares, right? No, it's not cool, because... And I might be getting this wrong, and please correct me, because it still hasn't really settled in my mind all that much. But they upped the amount of armor on warriors, okay, or something like that, to where, oh man, other videos do such a better job of breaking down how it works. But it's negative. Look, take my word on it. You can go. There are plenty of videos that break down the numbers, and if you guys really want me to start getting into that instead of putting out just content like this, you know, where we can all just chill in the evening, this is what I do. I put this out so everybody could just chill, you know, in the evening, maybe if they're getting ready to go to bed or something, watch the game, see what other groups are doing, and I put it out to let our members know where we're focusing our attention at, right? Because it's very hard to communicate with as many people as we have in the 75th, you know, across as many different platforms as now HellDivers reaches. But this community, I try to honor the people in it by always being honest, you know, and that would go to my videos too, because I would be doing them a disservice if I got on here and I didn't call out the truth. And I feel like right now, Arrowhead has just they've overstepped the line. I mean, there's no reason at all for them to shadow nerf weapons. There's no reason at all for them to put out a patch that hypes up the good while hiding all the shit that they're doing in the background. So basically, they buff some weapons, okay? And like the Punisher shotgun here, again, it's working as intended, so it works nice. But they nerfed everything else. The Coyote's been nerfed, because they nerfed the chances that you get to inflame the weapon, the enemy, which is a big part of what the Coyote does, by the way. That's why it kills so many enemies. You know, they're on fire. Also, all you guys out there, all you flame troopers, yeah, guess what? That's why you feel like you can't catch anything on fire anymore. At least it kills them very slowly, compared to what it used to. And I know I felt that, because I like running a flamethrower with the with the jump pack one too, the hover pack. You know, to me, this just comes back to a laziness in that company to address their product properly. Obviously, they didn't have any idea that this game was going to blow up the way that it did. I mean, I tried to give them space for that, but lying is a step too far. You know what I mean? And I guess technically they didn't lie because they didn't admit to it. Dude, lying through, you know, not telling people, omission. Yeah, omission is still a lie. You know what I mean? Like, if an officer asks you, like, if you murdered somebody and you did, and you're like, you don't say anything, that you're still lying. You know what I mean? You're not admitting to the truth. You get what I'm saying? It's still bad. I mean, I think all internally we have a clock. We should have a clock. I know there's fucked up people out there that don't. I know I've seen a lot of them. I'm seeing a lot of them, like, on the news every day doing stupid crap to officers and all that stuff, you know, for no reason at all. And it just really galls me because, you know, a lot of people fought for this country. A lot of people fought for these people to live the way they do. And it's like they've just totally forgotten that. They've totally forgotten, you know, what all the benefits they have to everyday life here. And what we don't want to do is get into a game and go through it, you know? Because this is where we can go to finally be like, whew, guys, let's chill. I'm not going to think about that shit for at least an hour. You know I play more than most people, but I'm a disabled vet, so this is what I do in my spare time. I have to do it because of PTSD, because if I sit here, my head eats my head, you know, it eats me up. So I got to focus on something, and thank you guys, like everybody has been commenting and supporting. I know my videos ain't taking off, but you know what? I'm appreciative of every single person who watches this content, makes a comment, and likes this, like all that. I'm telling you, there was a guy that made a comment the other day about having more me talking on videos, because like I said, I didn't really talk as much on videos before, and I kept messaging back like, bro, I'm taking what you're saying to heart, and that's what we're trying to do. And we really did put a big effort into doing like team tactics in here, and there are team tactics. You can tell that when we're running together. Matter of fact, I'll release a full clip in a little while. I told the guys that I wasn't going to be putting this video out, the end of it, but I decided to because of what Arrowhead did. You know, all's fair, right? When Arrowhead is like doing what they're doing, lying and being dishonest, not putting out the whole facts, the whole truth. They should have just said, hey, look, we did some balance changes. You know, we don't know how it's going to go. We upped this, so it might nerf a lot of the other weapons, including the Coyote. Instead, they lied. I mean, look, man, again, it's still lying by omission, you know, by not being honest. And I'm going to call it for what it is, even if other people won't. You know, I hear a lot of these video content creators out there being like, they're keeping their voice down at admonishing Arrowhead for what they're doing. Well, I'm not going to do that. Again, I owe no allegiance to any of these game companies. I owe it to the people in my gaming community and anybody who watches my video. And I have to be honest with you. And I mean, they shit the bed this time, boys. Flat out. They shit the bed. I mean, one thing companies should never do is try to lie to the people who support their product, you know. And I'm doing my best to tell people, hey, there are better games out here, guys. You know, we don't have to deal with this PvP sweat shit. We don't have to put up with the people in COD that are using cheats, and you know 95% of them do. I mean, it's as easy as looking it up on the internet to find where these cheat apps are. Half the time it's the companies that are supporting it, the developers, you know what I mean, the development companies, sorry. In my personal opinion, that's an opinion. So, I mean, I could probably convince you, though. I could probably make a video and convince you if I wanted to, but I don't. But I don't know. Let me know. What do you guys think? Did you feel like, you know, that a lot of the problems are still in here? How about the bugs, guys? Right? I have a hover pack. I'm 15 feet in the air. Playing on medium, right? Which is that used to be really easy for me. You know, now it's actually a challenge. And not because of proper changes to the game that would have made it a challenge. No, it's because Arrowhead has to mess with the stats to make it a challenge. Because Joel's got to win. Man, I don't know, guys. Look, all of you HellDivers, obviously, all you Rangers out there that are HellDivers too, you know, we're kind of mixed into this game now, I guess. And I'm gonna be covering it unless they do stuff like this. But I'm gonna be covering it honestly. And what Arrowhead did this time is bullshit, and they deserve admonishment for it. They deserve your admonishment for trying to put out an update saying, hey guys, look, we did this great shit, and really secretly they did exactly what they said they weren't going to do. They nerfed the Coyote through back end means, and that just pisses me off because now I'm involved in it, right? Don't make me a liar, Arrowhead, because you want to make me your enemy, make me a liar. Do you understand what I mean? Make me put out stuff to the people that watch my content and to the people that I play with, you know, in the game. Make me put out stuff that is not complete, and you're going to adopt a bad enemy. Because I'm telling you, once I lose faith in somebody and a company and a person, that's it. I can't pretend to like somebody. I'm just not that kind of person. I'm not built that way. I'm 48 years old. You know what I mean? Those days are behind me where I just put up with the fucking drama. I don't anymore. Like, if somebody... Look, I'm going to be honest with you. You be honest with me. And we all have a great day, right? And I'll have your back. You have my back. You know, again, we all have a great day. Lying to me makes me an accomplice to your lies. And that pisses me off. It pisses me off. So don't do it. Stop doing it. Because if you want to push people like me away from your game and ruin your product and the success that you've had, keep following this path. It's going to end badly. People are not going to put up with it. They come in here, they spend money on your packs, supporting your game. A lot of the money and the revenue you're getting right now is because people want to see these kind of projects out there more. We don't want the sweat products that other people are putting out. This is what we want. You know, we want unification. We want to feel like we're all together. We don't want to stomp on each other's head. Sure, there's games for that COD and everything, but you barely ever see massive co-ops, you know, where the whole group is all fighting together. I mean, last game I think I can remember that was doing that, and it was still PvP, was, and I won't be able to remember the name now. Hold on one sec. Alright, it's Elder Scrolls Online. Man, I swear, sometimes I have brain blanks. I don't know if you guys ever have that, but I'll be thinking about too many things. They tell me it's PTSD. I mean, I don't know. I didn't have this problem. I started getting it like 8 years ago, and it's just gotten steadily worse. I mean, you look at the times we're living in now, you know, I've never felt like my life was in danger. Well, I mean, I have when I was in the military, but I mean, now here in the States, right, I've never felt like my life was in danger. I feel like that now, you know, and again, these games are important for us to go in and to de-escalate. They're important for us all to get together. I mean, we barely have social lives anymore, right? I mean, this is where we go to socialize. I mean, it's hard for me to even get people to conversate in games anymore. Where it used to be, like, playing games like Elite Dangerous and all that. We were big in Elite Dangerous. Yeah, we're that old. Our gaming community is over 15 years old. You know, we most of our guys communicated, we teamworked, all that stuff. I mean, even in games like Hell Let Loose and Arma, Hell Let Loose went to open to the general population, you know, through Game Pass. Then all of a sudden, everybody stopped talking in it. I mean, nobody communicates in a game where communication is vital for you to win. You know, instead you got teams like ours there, and they're wrecking everybody because our teams do communicate. And I don't just want our teams to communicate. I'm sorry, our teams to communicate. But I will say this, our community is about that, you know. We don't just, it's not just about games. I mean, when somebody gets into trouble, we try to be there as much as we physically can and if we can, because there, you know, there's morals and standards that we have to follow, that we hold ourselves to a higher bar, I would say, than any other community does because of our name. I mean, I get shit over the name sometimes. But there are a lot of people who use the 75th name, but they always use the 75th Ranger Regiment, and that's it. We don't do that, okay? We use 75th Ranger Regiment GC. GC at the end is very important. We added that in there so nobody, like, miscommunicated what our message was. We're an honor group, okay? We're honoring the 75th, the hard fucking Chargers, you know what I mean? The frontline guys, the team guys, they're out there killing themselves every day, doing the shit that you don't want to do, trust me. either way, look, guys, staying with the game. I'm sorry. Like I said, this is more of a rant than anything else. I mean, I'm running out of escapisms. You know what I mean? All these games, all this crap they're doing, putting diversity nonsense in there. I can't even play a man because, you know, a woman. Yeah, I'd rather stare at a woman all day. Dude, look, man, I don't have, like, a sexual weirdness. I don't need to look at video games and play a woman to... I don't know. I don't even get the logic behind that, to be honest with you. Are you so starved of sex and a naked female that you have to play that character in a video game? And I know people are going to get pissed at me because there's a lot of guys that do it. But, you know, when I was raised in my time, and even now I would say is my time, like that, I don't know, you didn't play as a woman. You know, you didn't want to be seen as a woman. So you didn't want to be seen as weak or anything. And I'm not, see, now it gets into a whole nother bag of worms. I'm not saying women are overall weak, like, in a bad way. I mean, they're women, okay? It's not like that. They got different strengths than we do. Anyway, moving off of that, I don't want to get into that crap on this channel. Guys, what are we going to do? I mean, Arrowhead has to learn a lesson from this, you know? I mean, so I would love to hear your ideas on it. I'm going to leave this video to play after I'm done yapping here. And like I said, give me your thoughts on what we should do. I mean, I know a lot of you out there's a lot of Rangers that play this game to watch my content, you know, and I appreciate every single one of you. I especially appreciate you guys that go out to these small planets and only be like 100 or 200 of us, and the odds are completely against us statistically, you know, numbers-wise, everything else, and we just... get brutalized at some of these missions, man. But yet, hundreds of our guys will run to these planets. They will flock to them. You know, just because of a few people that are on YouTube, you know, calling out some planet to pull an operation on. But I give you my word on this. I will stand by your side 100%. It doesn't matter. I don't care what comes of this, you know, this YouTube experiment. Then I'm trying here to see if anybody likes me enough to actually, you know, follow me and all that stuff. I will stand by you, and I will always be honest with you. And I will not only, I will stand by you and call them out too. You know what I mean? I notice a lot of content creators out there, sadly, they're just, okay, they just let it go. Hey guys, we got to trudge on. And I get it. There's a hard lesson there, you know, that sometimes you gotta bite the bullet and just keep going. This is not one of those times. If we were deployed to the front lines in actual combat and something like this happened, the lives that were lost would be on Command's hands, okay? And that's essentially what's happening in here. It's like Command put down a note, and they're like, "Oh, guys, by the way, we made the weapons work the way they should. I don't know why they weren't before, you know, because they're so great, but." You know, hey, now they're fixed. And we all celebrated it, right? I made a video about it. I mean, a lot of other people made a video about it. I mean, but I will not lie for Arrowhead. I won't do it. I won't lie for anybody. You know? So, I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. I really am disgusted that... Why, Arrowhead? That's what I want to know. Why? What happened here? Was it an update thing, a mess up or something? Or are there people on your team that are just truly out to sabotage your reputation? And, I mean, can we have a game like this in 2025 where everybody's united, working together, you know, like we are? I mean, like I said, this is my go-to game to chill, relax, and just have fun with the guys, to do teamwork and stuff. I mean, sure, we're in a lot of other games, Armor and all that, but this game... it's like mindless fun in a way, you know, and that's how it should be. Arrowhead doesn't need to go crazy trying to, like, adhere to the sweats. And I really don't care about what somebody's opinion of their skill is. Look, we test every one of our guys. They join. I usually personally run with every one of our guys, okay? But we have other guys that run with them too. They're good, all right? Even low-level guys, they're good. Their tactics are there. They just got to get the levels up in their gear. But how can they do that when they cannot get super samples? Because on level 6, they're going to get demoralized. I mean, they're going to get just assaulted viciously. How do I do that? And that was my experience here. And I'm not bad at this game at all. So, I mean, I don't care what the sweats think, like I said. I mean, because nobody really cares what they think anyway anymore, except for people like them. We want a game that unifies us. So, Arrowhead, chill out. You know, knock it off. There's no reason to be doing this stuff. For one, be honest that you're nerfing the coyote, that you're, up in the value that it takes to light an enemy on fire, that you're nerfing the coyote and now it takes 3 shots to light an enemy on fire instead of 1, which, by the way, that is a huge nerf. So, and it's even worse as it goes up. That isn't all of it, by the way, guys. They also did some shit with, armor, okay, on these enemies, or how much damage they're, but like on their head. Apparently, some of these enemies have multiple heads, like one by their ass and their head, and then there's one by their genital region. I mean, look, man, whatever. Okay, whatever. These bugs sound like they have an awful lot of fun. I mean, who needs 3, right? 1's enough. But that being said, just have faith. I'll do my best not to steer you wrong. I mean, look, I can only take the information Arrowhead gives me. I'm reading it just like you guys are. I'm just trying to get the information out there and make it easier on the guys who are out there working. I mean, because they don't have time to put the research in this stuff that I do. They don't have time to play the game like I do. They don't have time to feel out if it's fair, if it's not, if it's still a good game, if it's not. So I do my best to put out a video of gameplay to show what it's like, and then to give my opinions on it. Does it feel accurate to, how it should feel? And this game does not feel like that. I mean, it didn't feel like that before, sure, but it's like they keep going down the wrong path, and it just keeps getting worse and worse. I mean, we all know what a caliber is, right? 5.56. What is a 7.62 round? We all should know that a 50 caliber round will punch a hole in one of these chargers like nobody's business, right? I mean, we all have an idea what these weapons do. You don't have to be military. You don't have to have experience in the military to know what these weapons do. You can easily look it up. But Arrowhead, I don't know. The people that work there, it's like they were just like, fuck all weapons. Who cares? I mean, I don't know who is there working with these guns, but fire them, Arrowhead. Fire them and hire people that have competence in weapons, okay? Weapon design. For one, why is your guy reaching over his left to cock the charging hammer? Why doesn't he use his right hand? That shows how ignorant these people are. A right-sided charging handle is meant for your right hand. It's not... Jesus, man. And by the way, they could put the charging handle in the middle, in the back, like an M16. I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. And no, I do get it. I just think that they have people working there that are claiming they know what they're doing with weapons, and they don't. Okay? And sadly, maybe the people that, own Arrowhead, they don't realize how dumb these people are when it comes to weapons. When somebody in this game, you don't have to be ex-military to know that when you pick up a machine gun, it should be cutting these bugs apart if it's a large caliber. Like, say, the MG42, right? The stalwart, sure, we understand, we get it. You need to hit weak points. But it fires so many rounds, you're maneuverable with it. It makes up for that, right? But you're taking that choice away from us, Arrowhead. You're taking the one thing that brings everybody back in here, which is kit design. I mean, I already don't agree with the passives being locked to armor because we all have a different style of how we want to represent our characters in the game, right? But we can't do that because we need a passive for this. We need a passive for that. You know what I mean? And this passive is better than that passive. And all the passives really suck, to be honest with you, when you think about it. I mean, when you do the percentages and you break them down, they're garbage. Alright, guys, I've been ranting a lot here. I know it's like, sometimes I get going, man. I'm surprised myself that I can go that long. Because believe it or not, in real life, I am not a talker. I mean, sometimes I get passionate on things, sure. But most of the time, what's talking going to handle things? It's not going to do much. But considering what's going on in this world, I mean, it's better that we talk than anything else. Guys, look, I'm sorry I took so long. But I just wanted to be honest with you and share my feelings with you as to what I'm trying to bring you, and especially the people that make the 75th work, that are really out there taking, they take our Operation Intel, and then they go and they slam that planet, and it makes a difference. We made a huge difference in the last push, man. It was before they put out that, and I'm about to run out of video. Before they put out that video describing about the how you could go and stop support and reinforcements, we were already doing that, boys. Like, we were already doing that. And if you want to do stuff like that, hit us up. It's 75th Ranger Regiment GC. We have a Discord under the same name. It's open now, so you should be able to join it without a key. Let me know if you can't. I'm Reaper294 on everything. So, and I've been that way for years now. But, guys, I'm going to let you go and get back to your day. Because I know you got a job. I get it. That's why I do this. Because, you know, I'm a disabled vet. I want to make this content, you know, not just for my sake or the community's sake, but for everybody's sake. You know, the little man that works all day. So, but, alright, so spontaneous. Deus Volt. Yeah, I think it's 40% resistant. That's one of the benefits of that suit. It's got 40% resistance. You got 9 second boons. Alright. Reinforcements up.
Reinforcement funding approved.
Watch yourself, watch yourself. Yeah, let it be one of you guys. There you go, get him, boons.
Requesting orbital.
What the hell? Does it track them? Oh, that Deadeye is not bad, huh? Oh, man.
Calling in orbital strike.
That's it, guys. Dude, trust me, it's not you. I mean, Arrowhead, dude, I read this article earlier. I hate talking bad about Arrowhead, but they deserve it. They said they were nerfing enemies. When it happens, you gotta die. But, they were nerfing enemies and upping guns. They fucking lied. I mean, I'm talking about the Dragon Roach. They made it worse. I mean, of course they did, because Joel's gotta win. This is why I was playing medium difficulty. Because of shit like this. I don't even want to do the other two. So if you guys want to call it for a night, and I'm gonna switch off of this. I mean, obviously we can never upgrade our characters now.